We're doing incredible work, and our participation in the EMON cohort has really allowed us to sharpen our focus, to connect what sometimes seemed like disparate ideas and recognize that there is a connectivity between one piece of the work that we're doing and another, and being able to knit that together and create synergy in ways that we might not have thought about before. And just getting really crystal clear about what our commitment to economic mobility work through an economic and race equity lens might be.
So one of my takeaways from our Economic Mobility Action Network experience was the dozens of ideas that came from our cohort group. We generated so many thoughts about what could we do with the resources, with the connections, with the capacity that this opportunity was providing us. And we've been able to move several of those important ideas forward, which is so exciting to see how they continue to unfold. And we'll be able to keep working through that list. The list isn't going away, even though the cohort is ending. So that work continues. And we just see that there is so much work to do in our Southwest Minnesota communities and beyond.
1 in 7 Southwest Minnesota kids is the child of an immigrant. Beginning in 2016, we made a 10-year commitment to close the opportunity gap for all Southwest Minnesota kids. Being able to talk about an inclusive economy and long-term economic development with the starting point of kids attracted a broader, bigger group of people to buy in and support our cradle to career work that supports kids and their families.
Specifically, one of the action pieces that EMON encouraged our foundation to work on was on continuing our work with welcoming and vibrant communities. And as we organized Welcoming Week, we were able to gather different communities in different spaces at different times, and all of us with the same purpose, to create a sense of belonging to each of the community members.
One of the areas that I felt really powerful that emerged from our work here at Southwest Initiative Foundation is our land acknowledgement work. Across the whole nation, of course, everybody can get on board with this and really think about the original peoples of the land and how that context is required and needed if we're going to do this work around racial equality.
We looked at so many models of how we can provide entrepreneurship education that's culturally competent and tuned in to the entrepreneurs in our region, but really focusing on people that the market has historically failed, disinvested in, and not taken seriously their passions, their hopes, their dreams. And the Elevate Community Business Academy was birthed out of an alignment between our hope and passion for the region, the people and their entrepreneurship dreams, and the amazing resources that Rising Tide Capital has brought.
In reflection, the takeaway that I bring with me from our participation in the Economic Mobility Action Network is the connection to the amazing resources and relationships, not only with our counterpart community foundations from across the country that are doing the same type of work, but how we can share this movement building to create economic mobility, and the powerful knowledge base of data and perspectives offered by Brookings Institute, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the Urban Institute, FSG, and the Collective Impact Forum. The list goes on. It's truly an endorsement of this transformational work at a critical time. It allows us to braid all of the knowledge, the relationships together to really think about this broad perspective and how we can move forward an amazing impact to create change for the long term in the lives of people.
We have the opportunity to pause, to breathe, to take a look at the whole ecology from a maybe a little higher perspective, and being able to create plans as we move forward into the future of our work. So thank you, Iman, for this work.
I get to be part of sharing all of the stories and information about this really incredible rural Southwest Minnesota region and all of the work that our foundation is doing to really support kids, families, communities, all of the people and places that make this part of Minnesota a really special place.